we have made an algorithm how to write a report, and actually this information could be useful not only for mentors but first of all for project managers, because made this algorithm as guideline how to write a report, not actually how to check a report, because when you know and understand how to write it, you can check it. And when you're making this report, you should first of all understand that the person who will check it, like your mentor or a budget financial coordinator or accountant in Mintos office, they have probably no idea about your project. They cannot read receipts in your language. They don't maybe know how much your currency costs. So for them it's just numbers without everything. And so the project finally should look like that you can give it to any strange person, and the person opens it and understands everything. That is important. If you will try also to switch off a bit of project manager role to be the strange person, it should be very transparent. And first of all, we were talking about materials that you need for this report. And oops, see here I have some drawings. First of all, this is receipts that you collect, and you collect, of course, receipts during the project implementation process. Then you need the scissors to maybe cut them out or to make it easier. You need paper. I didn't draw it, but it's very clear that you need just blank paper. Not very blank. Okay. Yeah, thank you. So also you need the glue, a pen, and blank reports, but not printed out, but in electronic version, just not to waste a lot of paper and to have an opportunity to correct it. So this is the materials you need for your report, and then there are just actually only 3 steps of how to do it. First, you have to sort your receipts on the type of cost you have, and actually you can start to sort during the project implementation process. When you buy something, you can have, I usually, for example, have different envelopes, and I put these receipts already to different envelopes just not to waste money, because if you have a lot, not to waste time. If you have a lot of receipts, then to sort them is complete disaster. So you sort your receipts, and then you take receipts from each type, yes. And I usually do like this. I have a blank report, opened on laptop, or if it is printed, I have it on the left side, and on the right side I have a blank paper with all receipts. And what you do is step number 2 is that you glue all your receipts and write them down to the table. For example, I have took a blank table with travel costs or with office or PR, and I glue them on the right side to the blank paper, highlight them, and at the same time I'm putting them to the table, to the list of receipts. And do it by one, and you will never miss something, and you will never do the mistake. And when you glue it, you have to highlight your receipts, and you have to highlight 3 things: is date on receipt, city, and the total amount. What very important to remember, the total can be not in the currency in which you were financed. So in receipt you highlight how is it written there, and always near a receipt you write a description of what is it receipt about, because as I told, for example, person in Germany who will check your report, she or he will not understand what bulletin is, or some other like Russian word. So you write in description like name, like what is, for what did you spend it, like food for coffee breaks, or I don't know, copying and so on. You write again date that it is clear. You write exchange rate if it's applicable, for example if you have receipts in rubles, and then you write total in euros. So if you spend money in euros, it will be the same amount which was in the receipt, but if you receipt is different currency, you just write it in euros, so it is clear. And after you have sticked everything and you have filled in these papers, like this list of receipts, you are going to fill in the main sheet. Like this is this table, which is actually very important, and I think this table is not for financial coordinator or for accountant. This paper is actually for you, because here you can understand how your real expenses collaborate with report, with budget, with planned budget, and you write here, you have from your list of receipts, you have total for every type of costs. So you write them down, how much did you spend, and here you transfer how much did you plan to spend, and you can calculate the difference. You can calculate total for each cost, you can calculate total for each source of financing, and it's very clear. This is actually like very main page of your financial report. Here you put your signature so that you're responsible for it, and then you really put this sheet on the top, and all other you put to the bottom. That it is very clear for the person who will check it. So that's it.